I mean, I don't have to go into this one too much, do I? If you watched the St. Louis game, you basically watched a version of this game. They played well enough to win. They didn't. But there's some definite things I want to get into about this game specifically, and about the process the team appears to be working through overall. I'm Jake. I can't skate. And this is a Flames hockey game day recap. Good guys lose 4-2 again to the Vegas Golden Knights. This drops the Flames to 1-3 on the season, and arguably they could very well be 3-1. If you want to be glass half full, this probably evens out later. Generally, I do tend toward the school of thinking, but this has to be the most frustrating start to the season for me to watch in several seasons. The first period, I thought we were gonna run away with this game. I really did. The Flames were really good. We were dominating our opponents. We didn't give the Golden Knights anything. And the Backlund, Coleman, and Honzek line decided that they were going to be the top line on the team easily. And they were. First goal is a wonderful give and go between Mackenzie Weegar and Michael Backlund, where Weegar and Backlund do their exchange, and then Weegar finds Backlund on the flank, and he absolutely roofs the puck. This all comes off a great forecheck. That was a theme of the first period. And a little bit later, same line, Honzek doing some great forechecking, Backlund working hard in some puck battles. Vegas decides to pop the puck out of a scrum. It goes straight to Blake Coleman, and he absolutely rips it past Adin Hill. 2-0. The Flames look like they're on their way, and I am waiting to record this recap today, thinking I'm going to be talking about a return to form. Unfortunately, I am talking about a return to form, but not in a way we would all like it to be. With that said, the second period is going, and it's looking absolutely fine. And then, what do we see? A shot wide of the net feeds the Vegas transition 2-on-1. First shot is a great save by Wolfie. Jack Eichel puts in the rebound. Not much you can do for most of that period. Vegas doesn't generate much. Even after the goal, they have a couple good shifts, but the Flames have a nice bounce back a few minutes later where they start peppering Akira Schmid, who's now in the net after Adin Hill leaves with an upper body injury. And yet, after 2 periods, despite being the vastly better team, it's 2-1. And like clockwork to start this season, the Flames' third period gets away from them, and it gets away from them in a hurry. The defensive intensity goes away, which makes it so that the other team builds momentum, and that means the offensive push dies a little as well. And the Golden Knights tie the game. Not too worried yet. This is a good team. They've come back in all of the games they've played in. You could call it like clockwork. It was going to happen yesterday. And then Jack Eichel absolutely blows by Danil Mirmanov down the wing. Great power forward move. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. He gets stopped originally, and the puck is sitting against Dustin Wolf's pad. He proceeds to, as is his right, poke for the rebound, and ultimately, it seems an awful lot like he shoves Dustin Wolf's pad in with the puck. Now, we all know the goalie interference rules are elusive at best to determine what is and isn't interference. I understand the Flames coaching staff being unsure if this play is going to be overturned. I also understand Jamie Pringle is one of the best video coaches in the league. If Chip says he's not sure, I completely understand why that would put some doubt in Ryan Huska's head. However, this is a goal that Dustin Wolf immediately raises problems with. This is a goal that turns a game's momentum completely against the Calgary Flames. We either are tied roughly halfway through the third period, or the Vegas Golden Knights have taken a 3-2 lead on a team that's been shown to be fragile to start the season, to say the least. There is no universe where I do not challenge a goal that important if my goalie is upset about a play that happened. The Flames have a case here. Dustin Wolf's pad does get pushed backwards into the net. Now, arguments can be made whether the puck was loose, whether he was just hitting the puck and it happened to hit the pad. I don't necessarily buy that. However, given the circumstances in the game, even if I'm not sure I'm going to win that challenge, I will always at least try to take that goal away. There is no reason to not at least go to a review for that play. And it didn't, and had the Flames tied the game, of course, you say, well, a lost challenge there puts the Golden Knights on the power play. A one challenge keeps the game tied. You need to try. You need to do everything you can as a coach to help your team win the game. And Ryan Huska didn't do everything he could do yesterday. He just didn't. Get that referee on an iPad, and we're not even talking about this. But the coach did not do everything possible for the team to succeed. Now, the team needs to also learn how to finish off their opponents. This is the second game where they've blown a lead in a game where they've been by far the better team. And it is the third game where the third period has completely gotten away from them and exploded in their face. You're not going to win a lot of hockey games in the National Hockey League if you lose the third period, and the Flames are losing the third period badly right now. For the last few years, it has been a calling card of this hockey team to be a great third period team. This year, they have been an awful third period team. And something in the message, something in the execution, something is not how it should be, because this team is fragile. This team has no killer instinct at the moment, and this team isn't finishing off its opponents. Now, a lot of the process, so to speak, is going well at the moment. They have been the better team the last two games. Without that finishing piece, it's still going to be a very long season. Also, yet another liberty was taken against the Flames yesterday. Zane Parekh takes a massive elbow to the face. It is reviewed for a 5-minute major and once again reduced to 2. This is a headshot, a violent headshot that knocks the Flames' best young player's helmet off his head. It's extremely dangerous and is reduced to 2 minutes again. What do the Flames need to do to have these liberties stop being taken against them? At some point, the Flames are going to take matters into their own hands because the referees are not policing the game properly, and other teams are taking shots against their players. We've seen it in every game except possibly the Edmonton game. And even in the Edmonton game, we've had an absolutely atrocious call happen to the Flames in overtime. Dennis Wideman is no longer a Calgary Flame. Why is this happening every game? Thank you guys again for watching. I love doing these recaps. And hey, it's early in the season and we got another back-to-back tomorrow. Let's hope the boys get back on track. Do the YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And as always, go Flames.